A little bit faster than the 8-footers, huh?
Oh yeah.
Do you like the long ones or not?
Yeah. When we do the 12-foot red pine, them are really nice and straight.
Yeah. Oh,
Them are probably the
plantation.
best.
Plantation, yeah. Look at that, another pile of logs. Now, originally I was gonna have him put it all over on top of the pile of the long stuff, but as I was looking at it, there's a lot of live oak here, stuff that is not dead. So stuff that was cut fresh, and I really didn't want fresh cut because this is gonna take much longer to dry. This is stuff that probably won't be ready till next year now, so I'm gonna process this probably first and get it in a bin. And it'll just sit there for a year because this won't be ready this fall. More than likely, there's 3 sticks of maple in there. I didn't order any maple, but I got a couple. So yeah, he pretty much separated out the green stuff, or the live trees, and then all the dead oak, the 16-footers he put up here. This is all the stuff that I actually did want. These longer ones here, you can see how cracked that is on the end. That's actually what I'm after, because that stuff can be cut and split and sold right away. This one probably not so much, but ones like this, when you see the cracks on the ends like this and like that, that's the stuff that can be cut and sold right away. Same with the white oak down over here. This stuff has bark on it, it was cut from live trees, so this is going to be very wet also. So this has to be processed. That's red oak there. That's going to have to be processed and put into a bin right away too, so that it can dry. This is what I really want. Even though it looks ugly, this stuff is dry. I mean, dry. When you cut it, there's no moisture in it whatsoever. And I do moisture test, it's 15–16%. Now, the rest of this over here were the last couple loads I got from them. Stuff like this here, there's gonna be some in here that are dry. Like this one will be dry, this one will be very dry, this one will not be dry. I can tell it's very solid yet. This will not be dry, this one will be. This one will be, that's a maybe. This one for sure will be, this one for sure will be. But these bigger ones generally are not dry in the center. They're drier than fresh cut live oak, probably by a good, I would say live oak, when you cut it, split it, you test it, it's in the mid 40s, 44, 45, 46% moisture. This dead standing stuff, if the bark is still on it, or some of the bark is on it, or if it's just a bigger chunk, like one of these bigger ones, it's in the 30 percentiles. It's probably like, 30, 31, 32. So a big portion of it is dry already, but once you cut it into rounds and then split it down, you get it cracked down, in a matter of 5–6 months, it's dry as it's gonna be. Sometimes even 3 or 4 months if I get it down to, 2–3 inches, the smaller stuff. It'll dry super fast, which is why I want this. So this pile here and the one that's kind of behind around the corner, that is all barkless dead oak. This row, that row right there, which I took out of here, and this row that's in the back, I'll come around so you can see. That row back here, this is all dead stuff. And so it's all ready to be processed, or if you're from Canada, processed. And I will separate it as I go so that I'm putting in the wet stuff into a bin separately, and then the dry stuff will go into a different bin because that can be sold right away. So that is the scoop. I had to move all this to make room because he had to be able to get in here, so I knew he wouldn't be able to turn around because there's just not enough room here. About half of this is already full of wood because that's the middle right there. And so he was able to pull up there and then unload the dry stuff over there and then the wet stuff over here. So that'll actually get probably processed first of all of it and get put into a bin and out of the way, because it is basically green wood. The ash I'm not worried about because a lot of that's going to dry super fast, or it is dry already. A lot of this ash is a year old since it was cut. I can see by the ends, and where I got it from, the guy told me it was cut a year ago. So a lot of it is cracked like that. So a lot of this is going to be dry already. So I'm not worried about getting this done right away. It will dry very fast once I get it cut and split, which is going to happen starting next week when the processor comes. I'm already going to be cutting on a job, see, in about a week. When I get back, I'm going to be gone for a few days. When I get back, all of this is going to get cut up into 20-inch rounds like this here and then split. And I'll be using the Wolf Ridge splitter just to get them done. I got some bigger chunks of white oak here I put over here. There's probably probably 3 full cords here, which I got an order for that much right away, and maybe double this again. So I want to get this done right away next week. And then when the processor comes, get that done and in a bin. And then the next thing after I get that done, I want to hit that white oak over there and get that done, because that is got bark on it. That was cut from live trees, as was this. So those are the ones I want to get done first, because I got enough dry wood right now to sell, so I'm not in a big panic to meet orders through the summer. And then I'll start working on all this oak, all this ash, all that mixed hardwood over there, and that's all mixed stuff over there. So basically, I got work to do. I gotta stop talking and get to work. That's all I got for today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Good night, Irene.